So as I promised, now after the lunch break, we actually start the afternoon with more tales from the maintenance of a blocking list from another pioneer from our app blocking community. And you would probably also know him and his face. He's also been repeatedly at the Ad Filtering Dev Summit. So we have Peter Lowe that's joining us. And yeah, you will basically be telling us stories from like the last century until now, so a really long time. That's literally 1900 something. So, Peter.
Thanks. Thanks, Cara, and thank you for having me, everyone. Oh, jeez. So I'm not working on anything this year, nothing interesting at least. So I decided to just tell a few stories about some correspondence that I've had. If you don't know who I am, my name is Peter Lowe. I have been maintaining a block list since 1987. I claim, and I will fight for this title, as the oldest block list on the internet for ads and trackers. And Ryan and I think next year we're going to have a cage fight to determine which one is better. As a result of this, maintaining it, and specifically because of uBlock Origin, which included it, so it kind of exposed me to a lot more people, I get emails sometimes. Yeah, I've already gone through this. Yeah, I should mention in advance, there is some swearing, so I hope I'm not going to offend anyone here. I think it's really for historical purposes that I'm repeating the whole phrases, you know, just to be completely accurate. Before I start, I do want to say one thing. So I've always found it I've been a bit baffled by the fact that in 2025, people are still sending emails and to me, and they've seen a block page in their browser. They're trying to get to somewhere, and this message comes up, or some other similar blocking software, and they've read through it. They've seen my name on there, and they've seen the name of the filter list. Clicked through, gone to open up the actual block list itself, found my email address and my name, and then opened up their email client and decided to send me an email. But after doing all this, they miss this bit right here. Don't warn me again about this type, which I think, I don't know, it's a UX problem. Sophia was talking yesterday about some of the issues that we have to run into with UX, and yeah, anyway. So, Les, this is a typical kind of message that I would get. I thought I would put these throughout the presentation. It's very quick, by the way. I hope I'm probably going to be done under the time limit. But yes, stop fucking blocking my internet. Thanks, Les. So the first little story I've got is from JM. I want to say that I know a lot of people here, English is not their first language, and I totally understand that you know, communicating with someone in English is a challenge sometimes. But I think there are things that we can do to avoid, well, to mitigate the difficulties. So Jay contacted me and began with, hello, warning, terrible grammar. Thank you for your information. Right. I hadn't given any information, but you know. Is the Android configuration? Or does it exist, or do I use a Linux format, etc.? Android 15 desktop selected in every browser and possible location. I don't know. Okay. I don't know all. To copy the use of your exquisite four-letter words on your website, these fucking computer words on your awesome webpage, so I don't know where to begin. Or do I use the unbound version? So, yeah, deep breath, here we go. I use alternative versions of Firefox too. I think all of the type of individuals that you and others that create this type of information and websites to pass the information are just about the most underrated, societal, impactful, and informing others, so I really appreciate you. It's very nice, isn't it? The ethos is really the last bastions of the online beginnings to the present AI future are really important, and if you have any suggestions for reading or researching or critique of the AI impact online or whatever, please share them, or references like just a website so I can dig my own rabbit hole. I have to say, I love these kind of emails. He's clearly, he or she is clearly, you know, enthusiastic about the project, enthusiastic about what's happening here, and wants to find out more information. Just perhaps Struggling with the English bit a little bit. Jesse Smith, PH5552249111. Thank you, Jesse. Yes. So I do love these messages, and I got back to Jesse, and that's not the real phone number, by the way, just for anybody who's curious, and had a nice conversation with him in the end. But yeah, I get quite a lot of these. Norton Internet. I think it's maybe oh, here we go. Using Norton security, and I do not like something stopping me going to a normal site, so piss off, which was the whole of the message. No follow-up. That's it. Thank you. So the next little story I've got is from Victoria. And Victoria's a classic kind of person who will send a very brief message with no information whatsoever. They're having some sort of problem and expect me or other people to understand exactly what they mean. Quite informal as well, actually, because Victoria starts off with, "Dear Pete." I've never met Victoria, but, you know, fairly informal. "The DPA agreement is blocked on multiple browsers because of your lists. I'm not able to click and sign. Transperfect isn't allowed to make my corporate account. See me attached screenshot, block sources, Cloudflare." So there's a bit of information here. You'd think that I can kind of guess what's going on, sort of figure out that she's trying to do something, but can't get to it, Transperfect, whatever that is. And screenshot, that's good. Let's see what that is. Oh yes, best regards, Victoria. All right, thank you, Victoria. So here's the screenshot. Yeah. If you can't see that clearly, that is a photo of a laptop which has got a DevTools page open, which is viewing, I think, a tab called Transperfect, and yeah. Up in the top left, if you didn't see, by the way, that is her, I guess, device name. I'm not really sure Wi-Fi network, but I thought it was a nice little detail. Yes. And also she's researching cross-site scripting, which I thought was intriguing. But yeah, so we've got the Transperfect page open there. That's, yes. I just said, okay, well, just look, deactivate my list. Don't worry, just turn it off. That should work. She got back to me. So, "Hi, Pete." Again, relatively informal, I would say, you know, after pointing out that I'm not the person that she really needs to be contacting. But anyway, "Sounds good. Your list is in every browser, Chrome, Safari, Mozilla. I have no idea how to deactivate it. Do you have a screenshot for me?" I mean, it's tempting, right? You think, given what she sent me. But I quite like this at the end, though. She's really kind of... My girlfriend didn't like that, but anyway. Yeah. So I was a little bit confused, honestly, at this point. I've told her I just maintain the data. It's being used by uBlock Origin, and I can't really do that all that much, except for, you know, describe how to do it. And I also think at this point she's getting a little bit more anxious because it's something to do with a job interview, but we'll see. So ChatGPT, I think she now turns to ChatGPT, which is going to become a trend, isn't it? "Hi, Peter." Less informal this time, which is nice. "Thank you for your answer and your good work creating the list. That's amazing." Good start. "I'm reaching out because I've been experiencing a critical issue since the end of August that is preventing me from completing an important job for Transperfect. It appears that something in your web block list is stopping a necessary script from loading. The issue is now significantly delaying my work, and I urgently need your assistance to resolve it. Could you please review the block list and whitelist it or temporarily allow this URL so I can proceed without further delays? Your prompt support would be greatly appreciated, as this is a time-sensitive matter. Thank you, Victoria." I should note, by the way, there has been 2 weeks since the first message she sent me and this, but yeah. And that's it. That's Victoria. I did get back to her. I said, look, this is probably how you can do it. Go over a Google search, and there we go. Robin, next story. "Who the fuck are you to put these blocks on my systems? What the fuck? Fix it." Again, the whole sentence, that's it. That's all I get. And I think a lot, it's kind of understandable. People get uBlock Origin or some other ad blocker on their system. They don't know who's put it there, or they don't know how it got there, or they don't really know what they're doing. They just want ads to go away. And then they see my name, and they click, and then send me an email. But it's still just a bit baffling. So anyway, The last story, and this is my favorite, I think about this sometimes when I get a bit frustrated with people, and, sometimes if I'm in a bad mood and I get an email like that, I just, I don't want to respond at all. But Carol, I try and remember because, well, you see, she's a lovely person to contact. So I don't know if you guys recognize this style of writing, but my mum might write an email to me like this. Dear pgl@yoyo.org. I've happily been using Adblocker on my Mac OS X 10.8.6 for many years, but now when there is a link to one of my non-profit accounts, like my local women's community group, to access important information, I can't get through because Adblocker pops up and asks me if I want to terminate Adblocker permanently or temporarily. I'm afraid to proceed because I won't know how to get it back. It's quite a sweet message, right? Advice or information would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And then she gave her email address. So she sent this to an email address and included her email address in the footer. But yeah, you can tell she's maybe a little bit older, she's a little bit confused, but very nice and respectful email, very polite, and just wants to get to the bottom of this. By the way, I have permission to repeat all this from Carol, and she just asked me to redact the name of the community group that she's part of. So I get back to her and I explain that I'm not really the person that maintains it, but if you can tell me some more information, perhaps we can figure out what it is that you need to do to allow list this domain. Dear Peter Lowe, see, she's got my name now, that's good. Thank you very much for the courtesy of your reply. I totally misunderstood the situation. I thought that you were the proprietor of the system I signed into that resulted in the elimination of a great number, but not all, of the advertisements from my screen when I went online. That is clearly not the case, and I apologize for taking up your time. It does sound as if you're involved with some project for the betterment of society, and for that, I thank you. Best wishes, and stay well, Carol. Very sweet, right? Lovely. It gets just a little bit better, which this is what I keep in my head when I'm getting... Right, so I got back to her and I explained. I said, right, listen, can you just tell me what's on the screen? And I actually said to her, just describe exactly what you're doing and what's on the screen. And this is how it replied. Hi, Peter. Thank you very much. I attached 2 screenshots of the message from the women's community group voters in my area. To get to the membership list, I click the blue rectangle towards the bottom that has the white print which says visit our website. Once I do that, I get the screenshot that says uBlock Origin has prevented the following page from loading. Any suggestions appreciated. Now, for an older lady, this is an excellent bug report, and I do not think she has been sent that many in her life, but this is very descriptive. It says exactly what she's doing, what happens. You can probably reproduce this with that information in its own. Your new old friend who is 85, Carol. Right? Yeah, come on. Thank you, yeah, here we go, yeah. Carol. And the screenshot, by the way, but please don't forget the one that I just got sent a little bit earlier. This is a screenshot, and it's a screenshot not only of your Block Origin with the full URL, the full error message, everything that she's seeing. I missed out on the other one. But she had actually the page that she was on before she clicked to get through and everything. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm missing a slide there. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Like from an 85-year-old lady who's trying to just get to a link from a newsletter. Amazing. And then we figured it out. I sent her what to do, and she was able to allow list the domain. And then she sent me this message. Hi, Peter. Thank you so very, very much. Yes, I'm yelling out loud. You've given me lots to cheer about. Cheers to you too, Carol, in rainbow text. I mean, isn't that just adorable? Yeah. And this is the message that I remember when I'm getting annoyed, and I think that people just don't know what they're doing. There are old ladies out there who just want to get to their local user group, and they see a message. And it also makes me a little bit more angry with people like Victoria, who can't be bothered to go to the same effort that Carol can. There's one last one from Damon. Well, I want to shop at GameStop, but that's it. Anyway, it was a quick talk. Thank you very much for having me. Here's my information. There's a link to these slides as well, if anybody wants. Yeah, that's it. I'm not accepting questions, so no, I will if anybody's got any, but I doubt they have. Oh, okay. Oh, Andre, of course.
Hi, Peter. Great talk.
Thanks.
By the way, fix it.
Yeah, correct.
What the heck?
Fix it. Yeah.
So I have not questions, but stories. Very similar to yours. So I have two. One of them, we in our programs we have this support tab. So and from the support tab, you don't have to look for an email. You can just send a message. It's very quick, a very easy way to contact our support service. But it appears that people, when they see this support kind of menu, they think that this is support for any problem that they have in their life. We sometimes receive like completely unrelated stuff. Like my computer, it does not work. I cannot install, I don't know, Microsoft Excel, whatever.
I'm having relationship problems.
And the second story is one day, like it was like 10 years ago, something like that. So we were a very small company. It was like 20 people, something like that. And we have a guy, actually an old man, just like walking into the office because, well, he is an old guy and something was wrong with Edgar. He just thought, okay, I will Google the office, I will find them.
Oh my God, you actually had someone come to the office? Yes. Oh my word.
It was very, interesting experience. We fixed it, by the way.
Oh, you did? So well done for that, man.
That was strange. So expect someone to walk into
track me down.
Yeah.
Sorry, is your name Peter?
Peter, that's it, yes.
So Peter, do you respond to every email you receive, or is there a threshold where you say, no, I won't respond to this email?
There are very few emails I don't respond to. I do try and remember that there are real people at the other end of the thing. And the one common type of email that I didn't include in this is from tracker companies or ad companies that want to be delisted for some reason, usually because they're privacy preserving or something like that. And I understand that they're doing a job. There's people on the other side who are like, that's how they make money, and they, from their point of view, they're doing it fine. But I have a separate folder for them. It takes me a little while to get back to people sometimes, but I try and remember. I hate it when my emails go unanswered or my issues get unanswered. So I try and treat people with the same kind of respect.
So if they just give you I get beef with a simple,
yeah, fix it.
You still respond to.
I will just say sometimes I'm not as polite as I should be, but that's one of the benefits of being the only person on my own project is I don't have profits to worry about. But yeah, I replied to what was his name? I've forgotten now, but Duncan or whatever it was. Yeah. Usually they don't follow up.
I had similar where my previous job, a company wanted to, in quotes, hire me. And they said, can we contact you? So what they'll do is they found out, I gave them an email, so I thought, there's a legit hire.
Yeah.
And just to find out that, why are you blocking us?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
It's like, and they said, why do I even respond to this? It's like, so I think there are things that there's always nefarious reasons why people want to contact you, especially
that's true.
More than emails, like want to either call you or find out where you live.
Yeah, well, the other thing I do is cybersecurity, and it gives you a healthy sense of paranoia, I think, for the world. So,
it's healthy, yeah.
Yeah, healthy in some respects, but yeah. I think,
I'm intrigued now. What was your response to "Who are you? What the fuck"?
I said, I'm Peter, who are you? I get this a lot on Twitter as well, by the way. It's a complete aside. But my name on Twitter is PGL, and it's also the name of a kid's adventure thing called something, I don't know, PGL Adventures is what they're called. And I get all these people tweeting me with pictures of their kids, like their 7-year-old and 8-year-old kids, like sliding down a thing and doing rope climb ladders and things. And I always reply with, "Oh, it was amazing to have you," and it was a wonderful time. Oh, Tommy was the best, but Sam, he was a bit of a little shit, wasn't he? Yeah. Anyway, so complete aside. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. This was super entertaining.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.